Okay, I'm gonna try something new, try something different. I've been into Diamond Dotz for about a month now, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And my husband and I talked about how we can order to ship out and have something created of our pictures and all that. And it was about Thursday that I saw on a Reddit forum that Diamond Dotz has now come out with a freestyle. So I ran to a couple of Joann's in my local area, and a couple of them, they have them in stock, but they haven't put the displays out, which really sucked because those were the local ones that were really close to me. So we drove about 20 minutes away, and one of the bigger Joann's had everything on display already, which was absolutely awesome, and it was 40% off. So I went and bought some stuff, and I figured I'd sit here and show people what it is. And it seems like it's going to be a little bit of fun. I haven't really played with any of the fabric yet or any of the cardstock, but hey, I'll give anything a try once, especially when you can be creative and make something your own. So a couple things that I did pick up was one of them was a 4-piece fabric sheet, printed grid, and it has the adhesive on it, so the diamonds will automatically stick to it. As I use them, I'll see if I can make a quick little video to show how I'm using it, how well it works and all that, but this is just kind of what I picked up and things to look forward to. The things I have learned along the way is even though it says a size, it doesn't necessarily mean that the grid's that size. So be careful. If it says 5x7 or 4x6 like this one is, it's 4 inches across, but the grid is actually 2.5. So you got to be a little bit careful with that. I learned that along the way just by looking at some of this stuff and counting once I got it home. But the excitement, I didn't see it. So, hey, but I'll give anything a try. So that's something I picked up. They now have, Diamond Dotz came out with an ergo stylus, which is a little bit thicker. I'm excited to use these. I actually bought 2 packs. I opened one up already, and it's plastic. Got a little diamond at the end. How cute. And this little piece here that's a different color, the white on the blue, it's rubber, and it feels really nice. It feels comfortable. So at least now I won't be sliding with that other little piece that you get free with it. Granted, those were fine. I got really comfortable with them, adjusted them, but it's nice to know that they came out with the ergonomic ones, and it has a little DD on it. So awesome on that. They have different rolls of fabric, and they have different types of fabric. I didn't pick them all up. They have the type that has the adhesive on it with the grid, and you print something and you lay it underneath, but it doesn't stick to it. That's what this is. This is a 12x19, but again, be careful. It is 12 inches across, but the grid is not 12 inches. My bad. I started to print something and I went 12 inches and then realized this was only about 8-inch grid across. So just be wary of that, but this is going to be really cool. So the dots will stick directly to this. Another thing I picked up was, this is called sandwich adhesive, which I think is really cool. They have this in the grid one too. I got the one without grid because I wanted to try it. So what this is it has a white sheet on the bottom of it, and that's whatever you print, you're gonna lay that on the printed side, so the picture will be underneath, kind of like when you actually see it when you buy them, and then it has the clear sheet on top that's over the adhesive. So I think I'm really excited about this one. This is the one I first bought. This one is 19x39, and since there's no grid, I have 19 inches wide by 36, and you can cut it down to whatever size you want, or you can go for the full big thing. So this is going to be really cool, really fun to work with. The other thing they came out with, and I have it back here, is a light board, which is really nice. I got it hooked up. It's USB, so I have it hooked up to my laptop right now. But it has 3 settings for light. 1, 2, 3. It can get really bright. And then as you're laying your stuff on there, you can see it light up. You can go a little brighter if the colors are dark. And then you have a really bright. Plus, it depends on what's behind you. The thing I always like is having lights behind me because that helps with what I'm looking at. And this is just one of my Diamond Dotz. I have the little doggy. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. It has this dot thing behind it, I think, so it can help the light come through, but it's not bright. It is 13 by 9, I believe. I can't remember the size of it, and the box is out in the kitchen, so I can't quite remember. So it's not huge, but you're gonna have to move things around, especially when you get to the bigger ones. But hey, I think it's gonna help a lot. So that's something else I got. And then these are really cool. So now you can actually go and get the little drills. I would say Joann's had at least 250 different colors on the rack, which was really nice. They had all the common ones, the 8001 and the 5008 and all that. They had metallics, which were really cool. The 7000 series. They had the 5000 series. They had the common white and the common black. All different colors. The only thing that's been frustrating me with Diamond Dotz is they give you a number, but they kind of don't give you a color. And me, I like names to colors because it also helps me determine, you know, is this latte brown or is this coffee brown or is this mud brown? You know, it really helps. And these numbers do not match up to anything in the DMC floss that you use in cross stitching. But something my husband and I did learn, because one of the things I wanted to do was build a pattern, which I did, and I did it in a cross stitch software, and of course you get the DMC chart. So we actually ran over to the DMC thread and we grabbed all the colors, and then we brought the colors over to the rack that had all the drills, and we were kind of going through and matching up with the different colors. So we're hoping we got pretty much the colors that I really wanted to get. Plus I got some extra ones. Just the colors that really fascinated me. They have the little numbers on the side. I already have my little kit going. A couple things about these. I sat there and asked my husband, how many do you think is in here? So this is 13 facet, and it's a jar that, I don't know, I would say like a mini old school paint jar. And we couldn't figure out how many was in here. It says diameter is 0.11 inch, 2.8 millimeter dots. And we took a guess that there was 1,000, maybe 1,100 in each of these. So once I got them home, of course, I broke a few of them open. And I literally poured the whole bottle out and counted them. And there's actually about 2,100 to 2,200 drills in each of these cups, which is nice to know. Especially when you're working on a project. The software I'm using for the cross stitch, actually, it tells you how many cross stitches are in there, so that number helps. So if you have 846 of a color, then you know this is gonna work because there's 2,200 and you're gonna have a bunch left over. The jars are a nice heavy plastic, and these labels will come off really nice, so you can use them as extra containers or get a square bin or whatever and start putting these in there if you want to. But they're really cool. They have the number. I did notice on the Joann's website that you can look it up by color, but it doesn't tell you the number on the website. So you can say you want ocean blue, and who knows what number you're gonna get, so it's kind of nice to know when you're in the store, you can see the numbers and know which number you want. Especially like for me, I had a kit where it was my little kitty cat kit and the bag was completely empty. There was not one drill in there. The other kit I got had the drills in there, so I was able to complete it. But now I can just go and buy a whole nother jar and not have to worry about contacting them, getting another bag or anything like that. It was a certain green. I had plenty leftover greens from the other ones that I was doing, so, you know, fake it till you make it kind of thing. It was just kind of easy like that, just to replace it. They have the metallics. I got one of the black metallics in there, which is going to be really cool. And even the metallics, when I counted this one, there were over 2,200 in there, 2,230 or something. So it's not an exact number that drop in here, because I think they do it by the ounce, but after counting 3 of them, I've gotten in the range from 2130 to 2235 or something like that. So it was really cool. So that's a little bit of the stuff we had gotten. I'm working on a project with a cross stitch kit. My husband helped me grab all the different colors that I needed. We went with, there was 1,000 in each, so I have plenty of drills. Now that I know that it's 2,200, I probably could have bought a little bit less, but at Joann's, these are $1.99 for the regular colors. 40% off, I was paying $1.19 each, and they were new, so got a few extra. The metallic ones and the ones that have a little bit more of a shine in the neon, those are $2.99 full price. And then they were like $1.79, 40% off. These full price are anywhere from $8.99 to $24.99, depending on what you get, depending on if you get sandwich, if you just get the flat, or if you get the ones with the grids. The one with the grids seem a little bit more expensive. There is a third type of roll that they're selling, and that one is just the fabric. And that's because they have the jug. It almost looks like a acrylic paint jug. And it has the sticky stuff in there. So, and the paint brushes, and you can brush whatever area you want to do. So maybe if you're doing something, you know, that's a certain shape and you don't want to use the grid and you don't want to do a full panel, you can probably use that. You know, you're doing a dog head like this one, and you just wanted to do around it for the sticky stuff, then you can just paint that area. Reading the bottle, it says it takes about an hour to 2 to dry. So I wasn't in the mood for painting and smelling and doing all that. That'll be a project in the future. The only thing I didn't know is none of these seem like they're printable, which I'm hoping maybe they'll do in the future. That'd be really cool, especially for the one where you can add the adhesive to it. Only because like this, it has a background on there. So if you're just laying down the adhesive in a shape, there's like no background you can do to it. Like we've seen with the cats and the deer that I did, you know, it didn't have the whole thing covered in drills. So how do you get that picture on the fabric? Because it's not going to show through the bottom as well. Yeah, it's something hopefully they'll work on. And as I do this, you know, maybe there's some suggestions I can throw out there to the website. But that's basically it. I'm really excited to get started working on all of this, start using the light, get stuff on the adhesive. As I start working on this stuff, maybe I'll make a few more videos to show. I'm really excited about it. I'm not used to doing a YouTube channel or doing reviews or anything like that, so this is all new, but give anything a try. I did work on a cross stitch pattern, and I went old school, have it all taped up and all that of a doggy face. have my little chart and all that, so I know where it is. This will lay underneath, and then of course the fabric will be on top, so you'll be able to see it through the fabric. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. And that's all I have. If you have any questions or anything, or there's a particular color, my husband did me a huge favor and took a picture of the whole display. I made a chart in Excel of all the colors that was at my Joann. So, you know, if you're looking for a particular color and you want to know if it's there, leave questions down there. Have a question on anything, you know, any comments or whatever, leave it down below and I'll try and answer what I can. But this is all new to me, so you guys are going to learn with me.